So this is my video of the Rubik's brand Void Cube, and I know when you hear Rubik's brand you think it's the worst, and yeah, you're right. Pretty much I've tried this and the Lan, and I gotta say, they're both terrible. It's just Void Cube mechanisms are not good. It uses a rail mechanism, so there is no corner cutting whatsoever, and absolutely no reverse corner cutting. It's an incredibly stiff mechanism, but it still is, well, was a fun puzzle. I haven't solved this in a very long time. One thing that you'll also realize is that it doesn't have the regular color scheme. Basically, it has red where white should be, and purple where red should be. At the very least, they could have at least put red in its proper location and did purple instead of white. Anyway, the problem with this puzzle, as a major thing, is just the inconsistency in the layers. Like, it turns really well in the case where everything is absolutely perfectly lined up. And then for other layers, no, that's not true whatsoever. So, with some layers, you actually get smoother turning, and with others, it's really rough and bumpy. Which definitely creates the problem with your flow with turning the cube. At the very least, you want it to be consistent. And you can't even tension it. That makes this really tough. The Lan cube, I don't have one. I don't plan on getting one since I no longer like void cubes. It's consistent. It has the same problems, but the turning with it is very consistent, and you don't have these ridiculous overturns that you have with this one. So, at least you kind of know what you're getting, plus it's a lot cheaper. Anyway, one interesting thing about this puzzle is it does have parity. Because it has no centers, there is an interesting case where you can actually have the centers misaligned, and because of it, two pieces can be swapped. So it has that added challenge. Otherwise, someone who's new to cubing would look at this and think it was easier. It is not. As you can see, the stickers are also kind of not great. There's lots of these plastic parts peeling off. I kind of like the idea of the rings around it. Like, it was a cool idea when I first got it, but meh. Anyway, this is actually a puzzle that I would not recommend for a cuber to add to their collection. If you are an avid cuber and you want a void cube, for some reason, get the Lan. If you're just starting off, you can only really buy cubes in stores, then this one is readily available. And sure, go ahead and try it, but I really would not recommend this type of puzzle. It only adds the case with the centers, where you have to try to figure out a way around it, and it really is pretty simple to get around it. In fact, if you just understand that that's why the parity occurs, you could just figure a simple solution and resolve the cube with that in mind. So anyway, this is a puzzle that I will not recommend, but it was still something fun for me at the time when I was a beginner. There's just way more better options out there. But if you are going to get something cheap, get the Lan. I think YJ even has one. So anyway, thank you guys, and have a great day.